There is something sacred about the first moment of the day. Before the noise, before the thoughts take over, before the world rushes in, it's a moment where we are given a gift, a new beginning, a quiet invitation to choose the energy we want to carry. This moment matters, because how we begin the day shapes how we experience the hours that follow. You might not control everything that will happen today, but you can choose how to show up, and that choice starts now. As you take this time for yourself, notice your breath. Not to control it, just to feel it. Inhale gently. Exhale slowly. With each breath, you invite calm into your body. You invite peace into your mind. This breath, right now, is your anchor to the present. Notice how your body responds. Maybe your shoulders soften. Maybe your jaw relaxes. Maybe your heart feels a little lighter. These small shifts matter because the body listens to the mind, and the mind listens to the body. What you feel in this moment becomes the foundation for what comes next. Now, gently allow yourself to release whatever you carried from yesterday, whatever didn't get resolved, whatever made you doubt yourself, whatever stirred anxiety. You do not need to carry it forward. This moment is new. This moment is clean. You can begin again. Take a second to feel gratitude for something around you. Maybe it's the comfort of the bed you just left, or the quiet of the room, or the soft light coming through the window. Gratitude doesn't need to be grand. It just needs to be real. Louise Hay reminded us that what we give our attention to expands. When we choose to notice the good, more good finds us. This is not denial. This is creation. You are the thinker of your thoughts, and your thoughts build the path you walk. So ask yourself this: if this day was designed to support you, to guide you toward love and ease, how would you treat it? How would you treat yourself? Pause for a moment and reflect. And if something here spoke to you, if even one thought made you feel more present, let it live outside of you. Share it in the comments, because when we speak the truth out loud, it becomes stronger. When we witness each other's intentions, as we grow together. Now, take another deep breath. Feel the fullness of it. This is not just a breath. It's life entering your body again. This is your beginning, and this beginning is yours to shape. You are safe here. You are supported. You are ready. Even if yesterday felt heavy, today holds a chance to feel different. With this breath, you are choosing again. You are choosing to be kind to yourself. You are choosing to begin with peace. And sometimes, that small choice is what changes everything. And as you move through this day, remember that you can return to this feeling at any time. You don't need a perfect moment to reconnect. All it takes is a pause, a breath, a quiet choice to return to yourself. Sometimes, we forget how powerful we truly are. We wake up and our minds rush to the list of responsibilities, the plans, the problems waiting for us. It can feel like we're already behind, like the day is something we have to survive instead of something we get to shape. But right now, you're being invited to remember that the power lies within you, not in the circumstances, not in what someone says or does, but in the thoughts you choose to think and the energy you choose to carry. Louise Hay taught us that our minds are like a garden. What we plant with our thoughts will grow. If we plant fear, worry, and doubt, and we will see more of that in our lives. But if we plant love, trust, and peace, our days begin to bloom in ways that nourish our spirit. So take this moment to observe your inner garden. What kind of thoughts have you been watering lately? Have you been gentle with yourself? Have you been patient with where you are? Or have you allowed criticism and pressure to take root? No matter the answer, You are not wrong. You are simply becoming aware, and awareness is where change begins. Now, imagine yourself gently pulling out the thoughts that no longer serve you. Picture them as weeds, no longer needed. As you clear that space, you make room for something new, something healing, something kind. Think of a thought you'd like to plant today. Maybe it's, I am calm. Maybe it's, I am supported. Or maybe it's as simple as, I trust myself. Let that thought settle into your awareness. Breathe it in. Let it take root. You don't have to know how the day will unfold. You just have to know that you are capable of meeting it. You are not here to chase perfection. You are here to live fully, to feel, to grow, to create space for love in every corner of your day. This morning, let go of the urge to rush. Let go of the need to be everything for everyone. Come back to yourself. Start from this quiet, one-centered place. The world can wait a few more minutes while you remember who you are. You were not born to live in fear. You were not created to constantly fix yourself. You are not broken. You are growing. You are unfolding. You are becoming the version of yourself that already lives inside you. This day is a reflection of the energy you bring to it. And today, you get to choose what that energy will be. And you can choose love. You can choose calm. You can choose gratitude. And when you choose those things, you are not ignoring reality. You are shaping it. Take a breath. Return to your center. This is your garden. And today, you are planting something beautiful. Even a single peaceful thought can change the direction of your entire day. Imagine what a whole morning of loving thoughts could do. You are the creator of this moment. Let it reflect the beauty that already lives within you. There are moments in life when we question if we're on the right path. We wonder if we're doing enough, if we're enough, or if we're falling behind. These thoughts often come quietly, wrapped in comparison or self-doubt. But underneath them is usually one simple question. Am I safe to trust where I am right now? Louise Hay often reminded us that everything in our lives is part of a process. Nothing is wasted. Every step, even the ones that feel like setbacks, is leading us somewhere. Growth is not always loud or visible. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it looks like resting, or reflecting, or simply being. It's easy to look at someone else's progress and feel like you're missing something. But no one else is living your life. No one else is walking in your shoes. Your journey is sacred. It has its own timing, and rushing it will not bring you peace. What brings peace is choosing to honor exactly where you are today. You are not late. You are not lost. You are learning how to live in deeper alignment with yourself. You are remembering how to listen to your own voice, and that voice deserves to be heard, even if it trembles. Today, notice how often you push yourself out of habit. Notice when you move from pressure instead of presence. Not to judge yourself, but to gently invite in a new way, a softer way, a way that doesn't ask you to earn your worth through constant doing. Louise used to say, "You've been criticizing yourself for years and it hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself and see what happens." This idea may sound simple, but it holds profound truth. When we choose approval over criticism, we shift the foundation we build our lives upon. So ask yourself, how would you move through today if you already approved of yourself? What would change in your posture, your decisions, your tone of voice? Would you still rush? Would you still shrink? Sometimes the only thing we need is permission. Permission to rest. Permission to be honest. Permission to do things differently. You don't have to wait for someone else to give it to you. You can give it to yourself, right now. Let today be the day you treat yourself with the same kindness you so easily give to others. Let it be the day you catch a critical thought and choose to release it instead of believing it. Let it be the day you remind yourself that you are already enough. And if the old thoughts come back, that's okay. They're just patterns, and patterns can change. What matters is your awareness and your willingness to respond differently. And that willingness lives in you. It always has. Take a breath. Be gentle with yourself. You are doing far better than you think. And today is a beautiful day to start seeing that. Even just acknowledging how far you've come is an act of love. You've walked through so much. You've grown in ways you might not even see yet. Trust that it all matters. Trust that you matter. Every day, we wake up with a choice, not just about what to wear or what to do, but about how we want to feel. That choice is powerful. It shapes the way we experience ourselves and the world. And yet, it's the one we often overlook. We tell ourselves we'll feel calm once everything is done. We'll feel joy once something good happens. We'll feel peace once there's nothing left to fix. But what if it works the other way around? What if choosing to feel those things now is exactly what brings them into being? Louise Hay believed that our thoughts are magnetic. They don't just sit in our heads. They radiate out, drawing experiences that match their vibration. When we think thoughts of love, ease, and trust, we don't just feel better. We begin to create a life that reflects those same qualities. So today, ask yourself gently, what energy am I choosing to carry? Not what energy is surrounding you, not what someone else is bringing into the room. What are you choosing to bring? You can set an intention like planting a seed. You don't need to control everything. You just choose what you want to feel and nurture it through your actions. Maybe today, you set the intention to stay grounded. Maybe it's to return to your breath when things feel heavy. Maybe it's to speak kindly to yourself no matter what. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be yours. And that choice, made with presence, creates ripples far beyond what you can see. Even when the world feels chaotic, you can carry peace. Even when your schedule is full, you can move with calm. Even when you face resistance, you can choose softness. Think of the moments ahead in your day. Maybe there's a meeting or a conversation you're not looking forward to, or something you need to complete. Now imagine bringing intention to that moment. Imagine sending love ahead of you. How might that change your experience? And if you're comfortable, pause now and share in the comments. What intention are you setting for today? Not to impress, not to be perfect, but to commit to something that feels supportive to you. Sometimes, saying it out loud is the first step to making it real. Louise reminded us that life supports us in every way. When we align our thoughts with love and trust, the universe meets us with the same energy. We begin to experience more flow, more ease, more connection. So come back to your breath now. Feel your feet on the ground. Let this be your center. This moment is enough. You are enough. As you move forward, carry your intention like a soft light. Let it guide you gently and steadily through everything this day holds. And remember, no act of intention is too small. Even the way you breathe, the way you look at someone, or the tone you use with yourself is part of the energy you're offering. You're shaping the day with every little choice. There's something powerful about deciding to be on your own side, not just when everything is going well, but especially when it's not. The truth is, we often expect compassion from others more easily than we offer it to ourselves. We forgive them, understand them, hold space for their process. But when it comes to us, the voice becomes harsher. Louise Hay taught that self-love is the foundation of all healing. Not a selfish kind of love, but a deep respect for who we are and what we've survived. She would remind us that the way we speak to ourselves creates our inner world, and our inner world shapes everything we experience on the outside. So today, let's talk gently to the part of you that feels tired. To the version of you that has been trying so hard to get it all right, that has been holding it together, carrying so much without complaint. That part of you deserves tenderness. Instead of asking, "Why am I still struggling with this?" ask, "What do I need right now?" That small shift can make all the difference, because healing doesn't happen through pressure. It happens through presence, through listening, through meeting ourselves where we are, not where we think we should be. If you've been hard on yourself lately, take a moment now. Place a hand over your heart. Breathe deeply. Say to yourself, "I'm doing the best I can," and that is enough. Let that be your anchor today. There's no award for doing it all alone. There's no prize for pretending you don't need rest. You are not meant to be endlessly productive. You are meant to be whole, to be real, to be human. And part of being human is having days when nothing seems to make sense. Days when emotions rise without explanation. Days when you forget everything you've learned. That's okay. You're allowed to start over, again and again if needed. Self-compassion is not weakness. It's strength in its softest, most honest form. It says, "I will not abandon myself, even when I feel lost." It creates safety from the inside out. And from that place of safety, real transformation becomes possible. Imagine how your life might feel if you were your own ally. If you were the one cheering yourself on. If your inner voice felt more like a friend than a critic. That shift starts with one kind word, one breath of patience, one moment of forgiveness. You don't need to wait until you feel better to offer that kindness. You can start right now, exactly as you are. And maybe, just maybe, that kindness will be the thing that lifts you into something new. You've already made it through. Things you thought would break you. You've already proven your strength in quiet, unseen ways. Today, honor that. Celebrate your progress. Even if no one else sees it, you see it, and that's enough. Let that be your quiet celebration. Today, sometimes, we spend so much energy trying to fix ourselves that we forget we're already whole. We chase perfection, hoping that if we just change enough, we'll finally feel peaceful. But peace doesn't live in a future version of us. It lives in our ability to be fully present with who we are now. Louise Hay taught that acceptance is the first step toward transformation. Not acceptance as resignation, but as recognition. When we stop resisting where we are, we begin to create real change. Because what we resist grows stronger. What we accept begins to soften. So take a moment to be honest with yourself. What part of you have you been pushing away? Is it a habit you're ashamed of? A feeling you wish would disappear? A mistake you keep replaying in your mind? Now imagine holding that part of you with compassion instead of judgment. Imagine saying, "I see you. I understand. You're allowed to be here." That simple act can shift everything. It creates a space where healing becomes possible. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means giving yourself the kindness you've needed all along. It means allowing your heart to rest, even if your life isn't exactly where you want it to be yet. And from that place of rest, something new can grow, something more stable, something more true. Louise often reminded us that our thoughts become our reality. If we walk through life thinking, "I'm not good enough," we will constantly look for proof of that belief. But if we begin to say, "I am learning, I am growing, I am enough," we open the door for new experiences to enter. When we meet ourselves with presence, we begin to notice things we missed before. The softness in our breath, the wisdom in our body, the strength we forgot we had. Being present is not about perfection. It's about paying attention, gently and without fear. You don't have to have all the answers right now. You don't have to get everything right. Life is not a test. It's a journey of remembering and returning to love, to truth, to yourself. So today, Let go of the need to be somewhere else emotionally. Be here, in this breath, in this body, in this moment. Trust that where you are is the perfect place to begin. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not too late. You are exactly where you need to be to take the next loving step forward. Let this be the day you offer yourself grace. Let this be the moment you stop fighting and start listening. Let this be enough. You are worthy of your own patience. You are allowed to be a work in progress and a masterpiece at the same time. Keep choosing to show up. That choice alone holds more power than you know. Let today be your reminder that your presence is already enough. You don't need to earn your right to be here. You already belong. There is a quiet kind of power that lives in the way you treat yourself. It's not loud or dramatic. It shows up in the small moments. The way you respond when you make a mistake. The tone you use with yourself when you look in the mirror. The patience you offer when life doesn't go your way. Louise Hay believed that love begins within, that the relationship we have with ourselves sets the tone for every other connection in our lives. When we hold ourselves with care, we naturally create more compassion in the world around us. But most of us weren't taught how to do that. We were taught to push, to prove, to strive for approval. We learned to be hard on ourselves, believing it would make us better. Yet, all it really does is create tension, fear, and a sense of never being enough. So today, begin to notice the way you talk to yourself. Do your thoughts feel like encouragement or criticism? Would you speak to a dear friend the way you speak to your own mind? Changing this habit doesn't happen overnight. But every time you choose a kinder thought, you soften the path you walk on. Every time you pause before reacting, you build trust with yourself. And that trust becomes the foundation of inner peace. Try this today. When you catch yourself in self-judgment, stop and gently say, "That's not true. I am learning." These simple words can disarm the inner critic and bring your awareness back to love. Love doesn't mean ignoring growth. It means guiding it with gentleness instead of punishment. It means showing up for yourself when things feel uncertain. It means choosing connection over control. There may be moments today that challenge you. You might feel tired or overwhelmed. You might slip back into old patterns. But that's okay. Those moments don't erase your progress. They are part of it. You're not expected to get everything right. You're invited to be real, to bring presence into your choices, to return to yourself again and again. You can remind yourself of Louise's words, "I love myself, therefore I," and fill in the rest. Maybe it's "I choose to rest," or "I speak kindly," or "I let go of guilt." This practice can help you make decisions from a place of care rather than fear. Let love be your guide today. Not in some grand or perfect way, but in the way you show up for yourself, in the way you move through the ordinary moments, in the way you remember that you matter, even when no one is watching. This is how love grows, quietly, steadily, from the inside out. When you choose to treat yourself with care, even in small ways, you begin to rewrite old stories. You create new patterns that say, "I am worth showing up for." And that message echoes in everything you do. Let today be the beginning of a new way of being with yourself. As this day begins to unfold, take a moment to recognize how far you've come just by showing up. Not only today, but on all the days when you didn't feel ready, when doubt was louder than confidence, and when the path felt uncertain. You still kept going, and that matters more than you know. Louise Hay always reminded us that we are never stuck. No matter what our past has looked like, no matter what thoughts we've believed, we can begin again. Right now, this moment is not bound by yesterday's story. It is free, and so are you. So ask yourself, how do you want to feel at the end of this day? Calm, proud, at peace. That feeling is not found in perfection or in doing everything. Right. It's found in being aligned with what feels true to your heart. It's found in the small choices that support your well-being, your clarity, and your joy. You have already created that today. You've taken a few quiet minutes to connect with yourself, to breathe deeply, and to choose presence over pressure. That is no small thing. That is transformation. And maybe something shifted in you. Maybe a new thought appeared. Maybe something softened. Or maybe you simply feel more aware of your own energy. Whatever it was, trust that it's enough. You don't need a big revelation for today to be meaningful. You just need to stay connected to what's real for you. If something in this journey today touched you, take a moment to share it in the comments. Not for approval, but to honor your process. Sometimes writing it out gives the insight more power. Sometimes your words will reflect exactly what someone else needed to hear. And if you prefer silence, know that your inner acknowledgement is just as powerful. The most beautiful part of this practice is that it's yours. You can return to it anytime. In the middle of a busy day, in a quiet evening, or before you sleep. You are never far from your center. You are never without the choice to return to love. And if this space brought you a sense of comfort or clarity, consider joining us here again. This is a space of growth, of softness, of truth. A space to be human, without pressure or performance. Feel welcome to subscribe and walk this journey with us. You are not alone in your healing. We are walking together. Let today be simple. Let it be gentle. Let it be one step closer to who you already are. Not a version that needs fixing, but a version that is finally being seen, heard, and supported. You are worthy of your own love. You are enough, and you always have been.